so everything in the transmission seems to be fine too. I can hear a slight scraping sound. I don't know if that's just the brakes from setting. I can smell the motor is definitely starting to warm up. So I'm going to go ahead and let this sit here and idle for a little bit, get that oil warm, so we can. Okay, so now we let this thing warm up for a little bit. I'm going to go ahead and drain the oil out, and we're going to get ready to put fresh oil in it. And the way that these drain plugs work, you just pull this off, you push in, you twist, and it comes out, and all the oil starts coming out. Well, the whole drain plug's loose, so we're going to tighten that up before we're done. To get that cover off, you use a Torx bit to just slide these two out. Then there's two more bolts in the back. Just halfway pull them out, and the cover will lift right up off. It's just got these little slots right here that the bolts set in. There's an O-ring right here for the carburetor. Make sure that's not broke and it's still there. And there's no nest down in the fins. That's clean. So these are actually in really good shape. Don't have to worry about anything overheating. And it's not rust on the gears in here. I'd say this thing's been sitting longer than a couple of years. Then by seeing it had that what looked like a nest in the fuel system here, I'd say that it's set for a while. Someone tried fixing it and couldn't get it running. A little hard to see. The spark plug ain't too bad looking. Left trade's not burn off or nothing. I'm gonna go ahead and put a new spark plug in it anyway. And these use a Champion, an RC12YC. We're gonna set the spark gap to 35, and on that spark plug, there's a little crush washer. It feels like you're stripping the threads out, but you need to crush that washer to make a seal. And right there. When you put this cover on, two things you need to make sure happen. This piece right here needs to slide down in right here. And your carburetor with the O-ring needs to press into this. Now you can tighten the bolts. Now for your air filter and your pre-filter, you're going to take a rag, make sure all the dirt is out of here. You don't want nothing down in this space right here, because the air comes through here, up through the filters, then in and down. For your pre-filter, you're going to put a little bit of engine oil in it, kind of like that, to spread it around. What that oil is going to do is it's going to be something like an oil bath, and it's going to help get all that dust out. And you can set it in there like that, and your filter sits right on top of it. And it's just as simple as that. So you start with the flat idler, which is where the back of the belt rides against. Then you come up here to your V groove idler, which is where the belt fits down into the groove. There's little guards there to keep the belt from popping off. Usually there's going to be one up here at the engine, and it's loose, so we'll have to take a look at that. And there'll also be a guard around the other side. And it's not loose, so that one's going to be a little more of a challenge. So there's the belt, and that bar is the guide to help keep the belt on. As you can see, I got this side out. Usually there's a bolt under here somewhere, or two bolts, and you loosen them, and that'll allow that guide to move enough to slip the belt off the pulley. Okay, so here's this old belt. You look close, it's actually not too bad. There are no cracks or nothing. So this would make a good spare, just in case this new one breaks. And it's going to be kind of hard, but I'm going to try to show you how this is routed in here. So first, you want to get your belt inside of this loop. Once it's on that loop, you want to take the belt, get it around here, and sitting on top of this drive pulley for the mower deck. Then go all the way to the back, put this pulley on first, then put it on the drive pulley up there, put it in the V pulley, then last slip it over the flat pulley. And that's how the belt on this one goes. On this mower, here's the front. This is your crankshaft pulley. It comes down and around, then back over, then across, over the top, back around, straight forward. And right here, there's a belt guide, and the belt goes to the left and to the right of that. Now when you put these blades on, make sure you get your star to line up, because it won't fit on there right unless you make sure everything lines up. and I think we'll wrap this video up right here. It starts, runs, mows. You hear that there's an idler bearing or something underneath that's bad. I'll go ahead and order them and put new idlers on it. That way that's done. It's usually not very expensive. So for a few hours work, we got a decent running little mower here. I'm probably about $125 into this, which ain't bad at all. So it makes somebody a decent tractor. I don't plan on keeping this one. Of course, I'll have the cut the deck here. So thanks for watching, and hope you enjoyed the video.